let's understand and discuss about allied angles. See, allied angles basically it gives us the relation of trigonometric functions in every quadrant. First, second, third, fourth, and how we are going to get it. See, for that, four quadrants, 0, pi by 2, pi, 3 pi by 2, and this is 2 pi. Or we can also write this as 90, this is 180, 270, and 360. Correct? Four quadrants. Now, in these four quadrants, how the trigonometric functions are related to one another. Okay, now first we'll consider the first quadrant. See, in first quadrant, the angle is what? Between 0 to 90, correct? Now, anything which has 90 minus something will always be in the first quadrant. Think about it, say 45 degree or say 60 degree, whatever it is. We can always write in terms of 90 minus something, correct? So here, let's say we have sine of 90 minus theta. So for this, we'll start with the triangle. Very simple, we'll start with the triangle. In the sense, here, say you have one right angle triangle where this angle is theta. Say this is ABC. This is 90. The other angle is theta. Now the remaining angle what you have, this is going to become 90 minus theta, correct? 90 minus theta, because the sum of the angles in a triangle is always 90. So here, what is sine of 90 minus theta? BC divided by AC, correct? BC divided by AC. Same thing, cos of 90 minus theta. Here, I'm deliberately not using the radian measure so that you guys get used to it. After that, we'll go into the radian measure itself. All right. So cos of 90 minus theta. So if you take that, you'll get AB divided by AC. Okay. Now, what is sine theta in the same triangle? What is sine theta? Sine theta is AB divided by AC. And what is cos theta? Cos theta is going to be BC divided by AC. Now, I want you to understand this one. See this BC by AC? BC by AC. And here AB by AC? AB by AC. Now, what here? Just equate both of them together. So, when you equate both of them, what you are going to get? Sine of 90 minus theta. This is equal to cos theta, and cos of 90 minus theta is equal to sine theta. So now what we get here, we are going to get the complementary. 90 minus or 90 plus is complementary, correct? Supplementary is 180 plus or minus. Now the complementary angles is what is required here, or you can say the complementary angles are important and the complementary trigonometric functions will come. We say cosine, correct? What is the see, cos is a short form of cosine. And what is the expanded form of cosine? Cosine is actually itself by it's a short form. Cosine is complement of sine. Sine is one trigonometric function. Cos is nothing but cosine. Cosine is what? Complement of sine. Because look at this, sine of 90 minus is complementary. Sine of a complementary angle will give us complementary of sine, which is cosine. So sine of 90 minus theta gives cos theta. Cos of 90 minus theta gives sine theta. So technically there are only three trigonometric functions. Sine theta, tan theta, tangent of a theta, secant of an angle theta. The other three are complementary. Sine complementary is cosine. Tan complementary is cotan. Secant complementary is cosecant. Okay, so whenever you have a trigonometric function, When you do 90 minus, you are going to get the complementary of that. Fair enough? Now, this is for the first quadrant. What if you have 90 plus theta? Then what will you do? For that, we'll consider the next case. All right. Now, what you have is, so assume you're going to have again the same thing, and we'll keep the triangle on this side. Okay, we'll keep the triangle on this side. Now, see here, this part is 90, correct? Assume that this value is theta. So the entire angle is 90 plus theta. So this is O, say this is PQ. Now OPQ will also become theta because alternate angles, right? This is theta, so we can get 90 plus theta, whatever we are trying to calculate. Okay, so this is 90 plus theta, and this is going to become 90 minus theta. Okay, this is you are going to get it as 90 minus theta. Now what do we do? If you have to calculate 90 plus, okay, sine of 90 plus theta, this is going to be, so one thing, 90 plus is in which quadrant? Second quadrant, correct? Since it's in the second quadrant, sine of a second quadrant is going to be positive. Sine of 90 plus will give us cos theta. Okay, it's going to give us cos theta. Now you might be wondering why this is cos, like how did we get cos? Correct, that's the second question. So for this 90 plus theta, so what we can do here is from P, keeping this 90 plus theta, so we are going to draw one more triangle. See here we have two triangles, one big right angle triangle, one small right angle triangle. Okay, so with the help of these two triangles, we can get sine of 90 plus theta as cos theta. Same thing when you have cos of 90 plus theta. Cosine in second quadrant, is it positive or negative? It's negative. So minus sine theta. Tan of 90 plus theta gives us minus cot theta. So likewise, we are going to have all the trigonometric functions, all the complementary angles. Now there is one more way of getting it in the second quadrant. Here we did 90 plus theta, correct? One more way what we can do is we can do 180 minus theta. So sine of 180 minus theta becomes sine theta. Second quadrant, right? Next, cos of 180 minus theta becomes minus cos theta. Okay. Tan of 180 minus theta becomes minus tan theta. So like this, we have functions, trigonometric functions for all the quadrants. This particular table, what you are looking, gives the functions, the allied values for all the quadrants. Now, please remember this table. Okay, I want you guys to remember this table as thoroughly as possible, because if you do that, then it's going to be very easy for you. Okay, because you'll have values in the next upcoming videos. You are going to solve problems where the values will not be in the first quadrant. Values can go in thousands also. That's why, remember, the allied angles are a very, very important part. So two things, sign convention and the trigonometric function. All right. So this is about allied angles. Now in the next upcoming videos, you will do a little bit of problems based on the concepts, whatever you have learned so far.